March Madness is right around the corner and you should get to know this guy that is projected to be one of the top picks in this summer's NBA draft.
Reed spot in the short corner, good pass. Banchero!
Paolo Banchero is a 6'10" or 2 meters and 8 centimeters Italian-American forward that has guard skills and can score in many different ways. If he is picked in the top 10, it would make Banchero only the third Italian ever to be drafted so high, after Andrea Bargnani and Danilo Gallinari. Is he worth it? Can he lead Duke to a historic NCAA championship in Coach K's last season? Stay until the end to understand Paolo's game and to see what makes Duke's forward such an attractive choice for many NBA teams.
Banchero, offensive rebound. Right to the rim, and throws it down!
Looking at potential future superstars, the first must-have for prospect is NBA size. The forward stands at 6'10" with a solid 7'2" wingspan. Combining it with the body that's already prepared for the NBA, we have a perfect starting point for Banchero. Just look at this coast-to-coast drive and the use of strength to finish off the break.
250 going coast to coast!
Starts to get interesting, right? Obviously, like the major part of most physically gifted talents, Paolo excels in transition where no one can match his athleticism. He elevates well over the rim and has Eurostep finishes when needed. Once in a rhythm or after a couple of made baskets, Italian doesn't bother to shoot threes in transition, giving you a glimpse of a free-level scoring talent that he owns. Now, what exactly a free-level scoring talent means? It's a short version of describing someone that can finish plays around the rim, has a mid-range game and can score from behind the arc. With the mid-range game being a bit left out in modern basketball, players who possess all three skills are becoming more and more exquisite, but the player we are talking about today has all three, and this, plus having an NBA body, are the main things making him one of the most coveted picks in this year's draft.
Banchero, spinning, scoring! Wow!
Let's talk about the three levels one by one. As a right-hander, forward feels better going to his strong right hand, and Duke has this simple handback play for Paolo with the sole objective of allowing him to attack right. If he doesn't beat the opponent with speed, he often leans on bullying opponents with strength and using a jump stop to rise over.
Banchero, the up fake on Thompson.
On the drives to the left, he has to have some kind of advantage against his man in order to shoot with the left. He has nice moves to get there like this right to left crossover, but isn't always faster than his opponent. If that's the case and the forward doesn't get the advantage on his initial drive, he loves utilizing the spin move as another option of creating high percentage shots around the rim. What else can allow you to score from level 1 near the rim? That's correct, post-ups. And to continue where we left off, watch this beautiful spin move against Louisville and a rim-destroying dunk.
Absolutely no chance.
Ouch. On post-up catches, Paolo will use one of these three options. First one is to bully ball his opponents until he scores. He often has strength and height advantage, which allows him to dominate his defender until he's practically under the rim. Second one is to turn over his left shoulder and fade away for a jump shot. That's a more difficult one, but also almost unguardable when executed well. He is yet to be consistent on these, but remember that he is only 19, and if he improves it, that's gonna be a problem for everyone. And the last option he has is to lean on his footwork, which is at an exceptional level already. And not only for NCAA, I guarantee that you are going to see people jump for his fakes a lot in the NBA too. Projected top pick is so crafty at using the pivot foot as well as displaying rare patience for his age in the paint. Opponents might think they have the upper hand, but Banchero will get out of the situation thanks to his outstanding use of pivot foot.
Banchero, the up fake on top.
In the NBA, we keep hearing these debates about whether or not the mid-range game is still efficient. Also, more and more teams try to embrace the layup or three-pointer offensive tactic, leaving the mid-range out of the game. But the majority of the most dominant players in the league are those who can knock down this shot at a high percentage. And Paolo Banchero is coming to the league with an already established mid-range game. Looking at his movements and choices here, you can see some similarities to Kawhi Leonard.
Leonard. Oh yeah.
Kawhi Leonard.
Now, I'm not saying he is at that level, but he definitely looked up to his bag of skills. Banchero is great at using the jab step, often pulling up in face-up situations without even dribbling. 1, 2, or 3 jab steps get the defender backing up, and it's enough for Paolo to rise over. Also, he is superb in adding a rip-through move with the ball. That's his go-to move in these situations. Whenever he meets a defender that is good enough to not react to jabs and rip-throughs, the Italian likes to create space with this fake spin and fadeaway. Wow. This one against Kentucky made me feel like I'm watching an NBA game. He is usually mentioned as the most ready player in this year's draft, and you start understanding why. Moving on to the last level, we have 3-point shooting. Now, here you see the amazing potential Banchero has. Stepping back for 3 speaks louder than any words, but until now, 3-point finish on ISO situations hasn't been his go-to move. The forward will make you pay if left wide open in catch-and-shoot situations, and also can be dangerous on pick and pops. Yes, he's only 32% from deep this year, but he has constantly improved his mechanics in the recent years and had very promising games in the NCAA this season. These clips are from the Syracuse game, where Paolo went 4 from 7 against the famous zone defense of the Oranges.
Had much continuity. Banchero knocks down, I believe, his 4th 3 of the first half.
With the NBA line being further away, it's an improvement point for Banchero that would make him a complete and extremely hard to stop offensive player. Only with scoring you won't go far though, as long as we are talking about the superstar level. Best players will meet traffic while driving inside or double teams in isolations. So it's a good thing that Banchero has good vision of the court and some slick passing skills like this wraparound pass inside the area that he used to beat the help side defenders. This is where Paolo's patience also helps a lot. Stopping in the paint on 2 feet and using the pivot attracts multiple opponents, leaving his teammates open for threes. Against Syracuse, he torched their zone defense not only with his scoring, but showing great vision and awareness, dishing out assists left and right on these high post catches when everyone collapsed inside.
Get this crowd back in the game.
Banchero very unselfish for Williams and the stuff.
Overall, Paolo is an all-around player that doesn't have many serious weaknesses, but there are a couple of things where he could improve. We already mentioned that he should continue working on the 3-point shooting. He is also not super fast on his first step, and that occasionally leads to him taking tough shots. Moreover, lack of speed is evidently clear on defense where moving laterally, Banchero is often not able to stay in front of quick guards on switches. And that might be an even bigger problem in the NBA, where the athleticism of backcourt players is only going to increase. Despite that, Duke's forward will be wanted by many NBA teams this summer because he is an elite scorer at all 3 levels and is the most ready player of this year's class. The country of Italy should be excited about the future too, as Banchero got Italian citizenship 2 years ago and could become the next megastar that takes their national team to another level. But now, all eyes are on March Madness and Paolo's performance with Duke. Let me know if you agree that Banchero is worth a top 3 pick in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time.